Hello, all you witches and warlocks out there in podcast land. We want to welcome you to the Coven of the Poison Tea Party. Grab your candles, cauldrons, and don't forget your very best teacup. Cast your circle and clear your mind. It's time to perform our most favorite ritual. But before we do, I would like to introduce myself. If you're new here, I'm Trass. I sit down every couple of weeks with my sister Janet and my niece Kaylee, and we talk about some truly disturbing things. At this point, I'm convinced that these ladies are really just trying to say just about anything to get a fucking rise out of me.
Yep.
What? But it's fun, so here we are.
You didn't sound very convincing to me right
there.
Well,
listen, it's my turn today, bitches, so...
Oh, shit.
I don't gotta listen to your shenanigans.
Game on.
So, we have a few things to talk about. Did you know that spooky season is upon us?
Did you know? Did you know this?
Did you know?
Were you aware?
We have some very special news for all of you out there. We are historically a bi-weekly podcast, but because this is a witch's favorite time of year, we decided that we were feeling generous.
Aww.
Yeah. Aren't we so sweet,
We're
you guys?
so awesome.
We're feeling so generous.
Oh, Lord. For a short time, through the best of seasons, we have decided to bewitch you with more of our spellbinding tales every week.
Every single week.
Get pumped.
Whoop, whoop.
Yep. Until Halloween.
Until then.
Then after that.
And then we're going back.
Then we're going back to normal.
Sorry.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, you guys.
But it's worth it.
So tonight's poison is going to be a boozy butterbeer. Harry Potter has no fucking idea what he's missing.
He's
For
got
real.
nothing on this. It's so good.
So really all you do is just add a little bit of vanilla vodka to your regular butterbeer and boom, there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is.
There it is. And it's really fucking good. And it's the reason I'm stuttering.
It's so good, you guys.
I cut
It's
everybody
really
off.
good.
I told everybody they get one.
Thank God.
I
I
only
can't
made-
take another one.
I only made enough for everybody to have one.
Secretly, what Trust doesn't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that I
When
made
I went to the
another
bathroom?
one when
Yeah.
I was upstairs, and so did Kaylee.
And it was worth it.
Well, I've
was
only
so
had
worth it.
one, but while I was taking a piss, apparently.
When the mom's away. Wait, no, that's not right. When the cat's away, the
Right.
mice will play, right?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Whatever I'm talking about, just ignore me.
that was good.
Never. All right. So, what is your guys' favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, God. Let me think
Oh,
about
I
this.
know.
What? Don't you dare fucking say candy corn because I will punch you in the
Hell
face.
no.
Oh, dude, I love candy corn.
Oh,
what the
wow.
fuck?
So gross.
Do not
No.
diss the candy corn.
Y'all, when I was a kid, I would act up for those little those little strips of Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh
Those are
my
good.
God.
Yeah. Or like the mini Harbo gummy bears,
Yes,
but
yeah.
the mini
The
ones.
tiny
The
ones.
tiny-
I
Oh
love
my God.
those. Those are
I'm
my
like,
favorite.
exactly.
My kids automatically give them to me because those are my favorite gummy bears.
No, but like, oh my God, when I would walk up and I would get one of the strips, I was like, oh,
Love them.
So
Just like
good.
the square Jolly Ranchers, like the old
Yes.
school ones that came
Yeah.
in like the
The
gum
foil
packs.
pack.
Yeah, the foil packs.
Yeah, or like it came in a wrapper, but then inside they were foil wrapped. And they were square.
square.
And they were fucking awesome. And I wish they would do that again.
yeah,
but
right?
now we have these like bags of shit, which fine, but my mouth is small, so they're kind of like too big and oblong shaped
Oh.
and kind of not good.
I just don't like them. They just don't fit in my mouth right. You're talking
Yeah.
about like the plastic wrapped ones or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't like the shape of them as much. I mean, I
No.
still eat them because they're fucking
They're
fire.
Jolly
but-
Ranchers.
They're still
like-
Jolly Ranchers.
Exactly.
Oh, you gotta put some respect on the chocolate candies like Reese's and
Yeah,
Snickers.
for
And
And I'm always an Almond Joy girl.
oh fuck yeah,
I
Almond Joy,
love them.
Mounds,
yes.
100 grand.
Mine's definitely going to be a Reese's.
Yes.
Oh, I like Butterfingers a lot
Oh,
too.
same.
They are good.
They're
Yeah.
so
I never
So-
used to like them as a kid.
I don't know if I've ever met any Halloween candy that I don't like, except for, I don't know what the name of these fucking things are, but I know you'll know. They come in the black and orange wrapper.
The
and-
peanut things.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
old people always gave them out when we were kids.
those. Yeah, I do.
Of course you do.
Well, you
Peanut
fucking
brittle?
you like fucking candy corn, so
Yeah, so...
Suck an egg, bitch.
For real.
There'd be no egg sucking.
You know
going
what
on
I
in
don't
here
fuck
tonight.
with?
God damn it. What?
I never really fucked with those people that would always be out there, like, trying to give me a hot dog.
What?
What?
Like, I just...
There's like 3 different houses in my town, and we coordinate our trick-or-treating so that we can stop by each of those houses and get a hot dog.
When I was like a hot dog, dude.
No,
and the Jell-O shots, because that one house
the Jell-O shots.
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah.
I would do that
to the parents that give.
Yeah. But no, like when I was a kid, it was just different. It was always just one house, and it was always just sketchy people that were always trying to give out hot dogs to the
Kaylee
kids.
thinks everyone is sketchy, and everyone is driving a really scary van, and nobody is to be trusted. And
every van is
Stay
a pedo
safe.
van.
Everyone's a rapist.
Stay safe, eat cake, bitches.
Eat cake.
That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god.
So,
what was your favorite Halloween costume that like you ever wore? Not that you could be or would have been, but that you yourself ever wore.
Wait, this is so hard.
Mine was either Dorothy, because
that's so
I got to
cute.
take Mitzi with me. She was my Toto.
oh my god, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Or when we lived up north, we were
When Mom made us French fries and that sandwich. Do you
Yeah.
remember that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but I don't remember if I was the French fries.
You
or
were
if
the
I
fries.
Was,
I was the sandwich because my tomato kept falling out. So Mom worked at a foam
It was
factory.
like a memory foam pillow factory.
So that memory foam that comes in your mattresses or your pillows, like the real thick stuff.
Yeah.
She brought home like sheets of it, and she made me a sandwich. I was a fucking sandwich, and listen. At the time, I was not happy about this. I was like, "This
I know you
is
were.
bullshit." I didn't even get to pick my fucking outfit that I wanted to
No.
be, and my mom's forcing me to be like a fucking ham sandwich or some shit or like turkey. I don't remember. Like bologna.
Wasn't it just a cheeseburger? I thought you were cheeseburger and I was French fries.
No, I got like a regular bread. I didn't get to be a
probably
bun.
because she couldn't round the fucking bun.
Yeah. So I got to be like sandwich bread. She had what the fuck? Listen to me being all spoiled. I had to be regular bread and I wanted to be a fucking bun.
Oh god.
wait.
So was that your favorite Halloween costume then?
No.
No, because I wanted to be a bun. I
Yeah.
wanted to have a bun on me.
Listen, wipe that fucking look off of your face.
Listen, I'm mad that we're talking about this because I was a fucking sandwich and you got to be fries, and everyone knows what is Janet's favorite food in the whole fucking world.
Hey, I didn't
French fries.
I didn't get to pick either. That bitch just fucking made it and was like, here
Remember
you go.
when you were Maggie?
Yeah,
from The
Maggie
Simpsons?
Simpson. That was
That's
one of my
awesome.
favorite ones too.
I was like a vampire for like 7 years in a
You
row when I
were.
was a kid.
Yeah, you
I'm
were.
a total like weirdo.
Yeah, but it was cool. And then Kaylee was a vampire that one year, and I was like,
When she was Wednesday Addams, that was my favorite one
wait,
that you
okay.
ever were.
Okay, my 2 favorite was when I was Wednesday, and then when my fucking badass went all crazy for Halloween at school in middle school.
Yeah.
We went high and low to find a wedding dress, and we decked this shit out. We rubbed it in grass and dirt, and we poured fake blood on it.
Yep.
And we ripped it up, and then we put a bunch of crazy makeup on me, and I was a zombie bride, and I walked into the school. And
they were all like,
these kids were all dressed up as like little fucking cheerleaders and shit.
you know that scene on Mean
Mean
Girls?
Girls? It
where
was
everyone's
literally
like, what
that.
the fuck are you? And she's like, I'm an ex-wife.
That's literally what it was.
And everyone thought she was weird.
"That's
They
you.
think you were weird too.
That's you, Kaylee."
yeah, I really just like
They were like, oh my god,
Embraced
she
it.
like went all out. What a fucking weirdo.
I was like already so bullied, and then I just embraced that shit. I took my power back that day.
Good. Fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
It was great. Loved it.
Halloween traditions. Do you guys have any favorite? Because I don't.
My favorite tradition that we do is we
Decorate
carve pumpkins.
and Kaylee stabs herself
Well,
in the
she
hand.
has been known to stab a
Yep.
knife completely through her thumb before.
And ripped it right back
And then
out.
ripped it out and threw the knife across the room, missing Daddy's friend.
Yep. And then I held my thumb and walked right to the bathroom.
Yep, I wasn't there that day, but I was also carving pumpkins that day, and I was like, my kids were like 1 and like 3 at the time or
Yeah.
something. They were
Yep.
tiny.
I fucking put the whole knife right through my thumb and ripped it out, and then I painted pumpkins after that.
I made you paint pumpkins for the next 2 years. And then
That's your fucking
yeah, I
punishment.
was like, we're
Yep.
all gonna carve pumpkins, but Kaylee's not allowed because
Yep.
of last year's debacle. So then, like 2 years, 3 years later, probably 3 years, because you know me.
Yep.
I'm like, Kaylee, mommy's ready.
I was like fucking 16. I was driving myself to work and shit. Mom was like, here's a knife.
Mommy's ready to let you carve pumpkins again if you would like to give it a try.
that's
My
so sweet.
8-year-old brother was carving a pumpkin at this
He
point.
was, and I couldn't watch.
I wouldn't have been
couldn't
able to
watch
fucking
her
watch
do
either.
it.
No.
With him, I'm like, oh my god, what? You gotta be very careful. You gotta do this.
No.
With Kaylee, I'm like, I just can't fucking watch it because she's like going at it like it's a fucking slab of meat or something. I'm like, it is a pumpkin. dude.
Yeah.
You need to slow your fucking roll.
Yeah. Anytime I showed any signs of frustration, my mom was like, okay, calm down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
So
Fuck that. My kids are...
I was nervous.
Yeah, no.
I'm a fucking psychopath. But it's fine.
And we decorate every year, so that's...
Yes, I love decorating. That's like, oh my god, I love it. And horror movies.
Yeah, that's probably one of our favorites.
One of my favorites.
Is to sit down and watch all the scary movies. We do that throughout the year anyways. But all the good ones are on during Halloween, so you can find them all in like one fucking spot, so you don't gotta jump all over.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good.
It's just a good time.
Fun times.
All right then.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I am saying fuck you guys because this is fucking... It's Halloween, bitches.
No, that's what she says on South Park when she's decorating for Halloween.
Yeah.
We're gonna decorate the house for
Halloween. I remember that part, but I don't remember the...
creepy crawly things.
I don't remember that part.
Oh, I don't know if she
I remember the
maybe
other
I got
part.
them mixed up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're on crack.
Whatever.
That's fucking Christmas
fine.
music, bitch.
It's because you gave me vanilla vodka.
I gave myself vanilla vodka.
And Flo's back in town.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Okay, well, it's time to grab your familiar and open your grimoires to page 666.
Ooh.
Today,
I like it.
we're going to be talking about Slenderman.
Oh, fuck.
Hell no.
Oh my god.
Fuck him.
Oh, God.
Haley, you got that soul going.
She did. It
Girl,
was
you
deep.
already know.
It was deep down in... Come from the depths. Oh, God. Okay.
All right.
Almost every description that you will find of Slenderman is going to vary, sometimes a lot, but his basic appearance and traits are mostly similar across the board. His appearance has changed over the years, but the most common image is an abnormally tall humanoid figure with long arms and a totally blank face. He is usually portrayed as wearing a business suit, which may either be made of cloth or some form of skin molded to have the appearance of cloth.
Ew, what the fuck?
He's fucking Slenderman,
Like
bitch.
Ed Gein?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Like a skin suit.
Yeah.
A skin suit. Like literally a skin suit.
That's disgusting. Whether he absorbs, kills, or merely takes his victims to an undisclosed location or dimension is unknown. There are never any bodies or evidence left behind in his wake, so nobody is really sure. He is sometimes said to be wearing a hat. The hat can be a bowler, a fedora, or even a top hat. And he may also be seen wearing a long flowing necktie or scarf, and they're usually red or gray. He behaves in a somewhat passive-aggressive manner, often stalking targets for years at a time before attacking. It's largely understood that he tends to torture his targets mentally over long periods of time, using fear and paranoia to drive them to insanity. It really isn't known the reasoning behind his tactics or why he chooses his victims. He is rarely portrayed in a good light and is generally understood to be a malevolent force. Quit pounding on the fucking...
For real.
You fucking whore.
I did that and I was like,
Tea break.
Tea break.
everybody.
Crisp.
Quit pounding on the fucking table. It is uncertain if Slenderman is a social creature, if he understands human languages or behaviors, or even why humans appear to be his primary targets. It sometimes seems as if he's capable of possessing his targets. Slenderman's appearance definitely provokes fear. This is particularly due to his towering height and overall unnerving appearance.
Yeah,
And
he's like fucking giant, right?
Yeah.
So what I know of him is he's like in the woods.
Yep.
And just freakishly tall, like maybe almost as tall as the trees.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he just stays back in the darkness. And he doesn't have a face, right?
No
Skinny.
face. It's a blank.
He has no face.
Skinny.
Oh yeah, he's all thin, right?
Yep.
His like legs are thin, his arms are thin, and he has a skin suit.
A skin suit.
And he has a skin suit.
Yo.
And he's white.
Hair dome. Fucking white dude.
Of course. I'd be terrified.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, humans often find it extremely hard to describe Slenderman. A description in words can be given, but they often lack the ability to fully describe the creature. It's believed that Slenderman is from and also exists on a fourth dimensional plane, and that would account for his apparent abilities that he has.
Wait, what?
I feel like we just described him great.
Yeah.
What the fuck though? Wait a minute.
Yeah, so
He's like in another dimension?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he like blips in and out.
Oh, I see what
He's
you
like
mean.
a
Like, so he
glitch.
may not all the way like be here?
Right. So he may like have like an upside down. Slenderman was originally portrayed as being malevolent and extremely dangerous. He would stalk his targets, impale them on trees, and remove their organs.
What a douchebag.
For real. In comparison, recent depictions have turned him into a more passive-aggressive creature. Instead of actively chasing, he is more likely to let his prey fall slowly into madness until they're unable to cope with the situation and stalking them from afar. So he's a fucking creeper. If angered, he will charge and then vanish with the victim to an unknown location. So this is why people think that he exists on another like dimension or plane.
Oh my god.
Recent interpretations also show that Slenderman interacts oddly with electric equipment and causes massive interference with audio and visual recording devices. Sometimes an individual can
Oh
determine...
my god, he's an alien.
Yeah, and that could be. Maybe he's beaming me up, Scotty.
Yeah, because they always do that. Well, I mean, not that I know, but...
Oh, we know.
You know, from what I know of them.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Hey.
Maybe I am one.
You probably are, actually.
I think I am.
You're probably half gray.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm a lizard people.
Yeah, I can definitely...
Your eyes.
My eyes? What the fuck is wrong with my eyes?
Sometimes when you blink.
What? I blink sideways or some shit?
Yeah.
You know, like what I'm...
With an entirely different set.
And
That's
color.
from Men in Black.
Oh my god, dude. Anyway, I think he's an alien. I'm pretty sure of it.
Could be. Radios, televisions, and cameras are especially susceptible to this interference. And this effect could vary based on Slenderman's state of aggression or whatever emotional state he's in at the time.
So he has emotions. He's not so stoic. Because that's what I think of when it... Because like he...
Well, he doesn't have a face. So there's no way that we could know.
Well, yeah, that's true.
So,
but I mean, like, what I know of him, he's like slow moving. Like you said, he stands back and kind of waits for his victims to go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of fucked up.
What? Say it.
Just say it.
We're all friends here.
For real.
I just want to say, though, like, if I was going to be a killer, I would be like that.
Yeah, me too. You make people go fucking slowly crazy. Maybe you make them, I don't want to say kill themselves because that's really extra, but maybe you do. That's dark.
But, like, I kind of
and then you don't get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
But
I
you're
kind
still
of
a
like
murderer.
his
But you're
style.
still a murderer.
You're still
a murderer.
I mean, I kind of like his style. Like, ooh.
Kaylee, what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm just listening. I'm like,
That was really
Oh my
fucked up.
God. Well,
Don't say that again. We're not all friends here.
We're going to talk about it a little bit more.
it out.
In almost every recent description, Slenderman is associated with stalking, often for long periods. It is not unusual for a person to be trailed by Slenderman for hours, days, months, or even years. However, he usually appears when and where he is least expected, and when the victim is alone and at their most comfortable. So home, school, work, you know, your same road that you drive down every fucking day to work.
Walking the dog.
Yeah.
Going for a jog.
Oftentimes, he also strikes when the target's defenses are down, sometimes to the point where they simply have no will to fight him off any further, making it easier for them to be murdered.
How fucked up would this be? Like, your doctor's 5 years in with you. They're like, you have schizophrenia. You know, like,
No,
you're seeing
Slenderman
this.
is just out to get you.
Yeah, Slenderman's
The whole
just
time.
like, yeah,
the whole
I'm fucking with you.
time. What a
knew it.
dick.
I knew it.
Knew it.
Bitches.
It is often thought as well that he enjoys stalking people who become overly paranoid about his existence, purposefully giving them glimpses of himself in order to further frighten them. It seems like Slenderman very much enjoys psychologically torturing his victims. That's you, Kaylee.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm a paranoid person.
You're a paranoid schizophrenic.
As soon as she was like, she says,
Diagnosis. Write it down.
Write it down. I'll write you a script.
as soon as she was like,
Can you write me one too,
paranoid.
Doc?
For real, I need it.
Slenderman's original abilities included selective invisibility, the ability to change height and body shape, the ability to shape its arms into tentacles, and or the
What?
ability to sprout tentacle-like appendages from its back and shoulders to be used as additional arms or legs.
I've heard
So
about
now it's
that.
like a sea creature or what?
No, he's,
Tentacles? Come on.
Listen,
People are like
I'm just
creeped
here,
out by that.
I'm just here to give you the reports.
Shit with tentacles is like my most favorite thing to make out of cake.
I love tentacles.
Straight up. I love
It
tentacles.
always looks really cool, too, when you do it.
I love it. I love doing it.
I love it.
So I have a little kind of a weird fascination with tentacles.
Same.
Anyway.
That's a weird thing to say.
Wait, I love testicles.
I realized it halfway through and then it's
I love testes.
testicles. But now he's got them on for his hands and shit. Like what?
Because people, I swear, people are like really creeped out by tentacles.
Oh.
She had to enunciate that very well
Yeah.
to make sure that she didn't say testicles.
Because, guys, if you didn't know, when I was a kid, I was eating tentacles. Well, what was I eating? Squid.
Yeah.
And
Do you remember this?
Oh, let me hear it. Maybe I'll remember when
So
she's talking
I'm sitting there eating the squid, and I was like, I was loving it, and I was gonna say I love tentacles. And then, no, I screamed, I love testicles.
I don't remember that. And there was that table of old ladies right next to us, and they were all like,
staring.
And me and you just fucking wide eyes, because you were sitting across from me, and the girls were on both sides.
I don't remember those.
And we just were fucking dead, and we're like, it's time to go. It's time to go. Tracy's like, let it go, let it go.
Oh, man. I'm sad I don't remember this.
It was a good
Yeah,
time.
how
it was
rude.
funny.
I remember.
I'm sure you do, because I was like, Kaylee. And
Kaylee was scarred for life.
I was dying too hard. And then Tracy goes, those are tentacles, honey. Tentacles. Say it. And she made you say it. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, it was
sounds
good
like
squid.
me.
Yeah.
Good times.
Many stories seem to indicate that Slenderman can control a person's mind. Slenderman originally had stronger connections to children.
The fuck can he do?
Everything.
Right?
But he originally had stronger connections to children, and many of the original stories revolved around disappearing children or featured Slenderman sightings and photos with children.
Ew.
This was often attributed to the innocence and the morbid curiosity that children have that could lead them down the path to eventually discovering Slenderman.
Is he like a pedo?
Not that it's...
Oh, he's not that? He has tentacles and he's
we'll
fucking...
talk about it.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
talk about it. Okay? All right.
He's everything else.
Well,
Tracy's like, shut the fuck up.
well there's more coming in a little bit, and you gotta just take it.
All right.
Okay?
You just gotta take it.
You do. Lay down and
right
just
up
fucking
yes.
take it, bitch.
Strap on.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Let it ride.
Oh, Jesus.
Am I right?
Am I right or am I right?
Am I right or am I
So,
right?
as more stories come forth, the use of tentacles and tentacle-like appendages became less common, and the invisibility was limited or eliminated altogether, depending on who was telling the story. And oftentimes, it is reported that he can be found in sections of the woods, which generally tend to be suburban. And he's also been seen with large groups of children. As many photographs portray, it is commonly thought that he resides in the woods and forests and preys on the children from there. He seems unconcerned with being exposed, though. He'll be out in the daylight, captured in photos, he just gives zero fucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so slender walking is a term created to describe Slenderman's apparent teleportation between locations. These abilities were seen in early Slenderman accounts and is one of the most recognizable features. Slenderman's ability to appear seemingly out of nowhere in a place where he wasn't mere seconds before is one of the most terrifying traits, and very well may have an effect on a person's mental health. So, he's here one second, he's gone the next. But, when they say slender walking, it's it's almost like a glitching, The Grudge shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it's
Ew.
Yeah. Creepy.
Ew.
Victims who are stalked by Slenderman for extended periods of time tend to show excessive damage to their social life, physical health, and even their careers. Typically, individuals will show massive mood swings and constant irritation, lose track of large periods of time, and have difficulty maintaining communication with friends or holding down steady work. Memory loss can be as long as several weeks or months. Often when an individual awakens and attempts to return to their life, they find it ruined. I think Kaylee's got a Slenderman.
For real.
You got a Slenderman?
That just described you.
Fuck all of you.
Just kidding, bro. Just kidding.
Bro,
Just kidding.
now I'm trying to think.
So there's some possible history of Slenderman. So Brazilian cave paintings. I'm going to fucking butcher some of these names, and I'm sorry in advance.
Nobody
fine.
cares. Nobody
But-
knows what they are.
Okay.
Just say them how you want.
The earliest argued reference to the legend of Slenderman is within the cave paintings found in Serra de Capivara National Park in northeast of Brazil.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
Which are believed to date as far back as 9000 BC.
Wow. Wow. No. I thought Slenderman was just some shit that got popular in
Well, we'll talk
2000.
So
about-
did I. Yeah.
And we'll talk about that too.
because
But
of that creepypasta.
Yeah.
we'll get into it. These paintings show a strangely elongated character leading a child by the hand, but they make no reference to additional appendages.
Pedophile.
So it's just like a tall, creepy man walking a child.
Like an extra tall,
Fuck
creepy man.
that shit.
So we have Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Those fuckers know everything.
They know
They do.
everything. That's why you should listen. You should. They knew.
The next known possible allusion to Slenderman comes from around 3100 BC in Lower Egypt. References to the thief of the gods or the thief of Cook became commonplace during the reign of Pharaoh Wasner. Hieroglyphic carvings that represent the thief were found in the pharaoh's tomb, who was rumored to have had some kind of encounter with the entity. The carvings resemble a strange figure with multiple upper limbs, one that has never been found in any other hieroglyph language.
Oh, hell no! I am not fucking with this. As soon as I found out that Slenderman was in the fucking Egyptian time, nope.
Yep. He was, Kaylee.
He's real.
He was. He is. He is.
I thought that shit was bullshit. Nope.
And he's just waiting for you to go crazy. He's actually right over there.
He probably is.
He's chilling on the stairs.
I don't need that shit. This is what Dad was talking about. Dad's like, you are done. Cut her off. She's going home.
Oh my god. No. We hadn't even started yet.
No, we haven't.
When he said that, so that's fun.
I know.
I was like, oh, we haven't? We haven't. We haven't yet.
No. Oh my god.
Well, there's more.
This is completely changing my perspective on this.
So renowned German woodcutter Hans Freckenberg created at least 2 woodcuts featuring a character he described as Der Ritter, which means the knight, during the mid-16th century. These woodcuttings were eventually discovered in Hallsberg Castle in 1883. Many insist that Freckenberg was attempting to represent Der Grobman, which means the tall man.
Oh.
According to legend, he was a fairy who lived in the Black Forest. Bad children who crept into the woods at night would be relentlessly chased by Der Grobman, who wouldn't leave them alone until he either caught them or they were forced to tell their parents of their wrongdoing.
Okay, here's the thing. Slenderman is not a fairy. I love fairies.
Fairies are not,
they're not
all good.
No, I'm not saying that.
No.
Fairies are not all good, but Slenderman, he's different. I think he's a different supernatural
He could be
thing.
a fairy.
What, like a goblin or something?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe he's like some sort of like creepy giant fucking
That's exactly what he is.
A giant. He's a giant fucking.
He's a giant fucking.
I don't know. He is not a fairy. Fairies,
Well, another one comes from Romanian mythology.
Oh, yeah. Lay it on us.
Yeah.
So there's also a Romanian fairy tale which tells the legend of the tall man, featuring this description. The tall man stood in a clearing, dressed as a nobleman, all in black. Shadows lay over him, dark as cloudy midnight. He has many arms, all long and boneless like snakes, sharp as swords, writhing like worms on nails. He did not speak, but he made his intentions known. In the fairy tale, the tall man causes a mother to kill her husband and her child before murdering her.
Oh, fuck.
That sounds more
That's
like
some
him.
heavy shit, man.
Yeah, that sounds more like Slenderman.
So, but he's got a lot of appendages, like a lot of arms that are boneless.
And
so
like
they
snakes.
like wiggle around.
Yep.
Like tentacles.
Oh.
But they're sharp as swords. They're like testicles.
They're like
Oh, shit.
testicles, if you will.
Good job, Keely.
Jesus. So the last one we have is English mythology. So there's an English myth referring to the tree man, which we had talked about earlier, how he's tall as trees, who is said to have a slim body with appendages that look like tree branches. He is only known to be seen in the woods and was used as a story that parents told their children to thwart bad behavior. Quite a few disappearances of children are said to have been linked to the tree man.
I don't like that one for it. I think I like the Romanian mythology. That sounds
I think that one's my
so
favorite.
similar
Yeah.
to what you described before.
Okay, so where did Slenderman really come from?
Yeah.
So Slenderman was created during a contest on the Something Awful forums in June of 2009. The goal was to change photographs using digital manipulation so that the picture showed something supernatural. On June 10th, a forum poster with the username Victor Surge, his real name is Eric Knudsen, uploaded 2 images in black and white. They were photographs of groups of children with an obscured figure added to the background, a tall, thin man with a blank face. Surge created short stories to go with the images, describing the disappearances of the children in the images, and he gave the character the name Slenderman.
What a fucking genius.
Yeah.
A G.
Brilliant, dude.
Did he make a lot of money?
No, unfortunately, most people don't even know that
'Cause I had
he is
no idea.
the creator.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, this poor Victor Surge, or Eric Knudsen, even though he created Slenderman, he's not associated with creating Slenderman on a lot of different forums. He made little to no fucking money about Slenderman or for Slenderman. He just basically is just some guy, but nobody knows who the fuck he is. So I'm outing him now. He's the motherfucker that created Slenderman, as we know Slenderman today.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he did all the original, like, artist work, like the original pictures of Slenderman in those pictures and the stories. That was all him. He did that.
What a fucking genius.
For real.
What a G.
So other users on the forum developed the character further, adding their own images and stories about Slenderman. Slenderman slowly became a folklore legend, inspiring numerous retellings and other creepypastas. The horror format also took hold in other online forums like 4chan and Reddit, spreading across the web. YouTube channels, websites, and wikis. This encouraged countless adaptations of creepypastas across numerous media formats.
So now Slenderman has, like, fangirls.
And inspiring
all over.
mass hysteria.
For real. Also, what exactly is creepypasta?
Okay, well, we're going to talk about
You're going
it.
to talk about that? Okay.
A creepypasta is a horror-related legend which has been shared around the internet. The term creepypasta has since become a catch-all term for any horror content posted onto the internet. These entries are often brief, user-generated paranormal stories that are intended to frighten readers. So the word creepypasta first appeared on 4chan, and 4chan is an online image board, around 2007.
I feel so old.
Me too.
I have no idea what any of this is.
This is all pretty textbook because I was like,
I don't know.
I don't know what it
fuck?
is.
And my son helped me write this episode.
Love
Legit.
him.
It is a variant of copypasta. So copypasta means to copy and paste. And copypasta is another 4chan term.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's another 4chan term which refers to blocks of text which become viral by being copied widely around the internet. Unlike copypastas, creepypastas are all horror fiction and encompass multimedia stories with creators using videos, images, hyperlinks, GIFs alongside text.
So it's creative writing on the internet.
Yes, scary
But
stories.
horror stories.
Yep,
yeah.
scary stories on the internet.
I guess I support that.
Yeah,
But then people get all
they
Crazy.
do. They do get a little fucking cray. We'll get
a
into that
little
too.
Obsessed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So creepypastas are mostly in text form, but sometimes they can also come along with supplemental information like pictures, audio, video, and usually have disturbing content.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, dedicated creepypasta websites did come about, with creepypasta.com launching in 2008. This brought about a massive change in the creepypasta community. And now there was like an archive for these stories. Now there was a place for all of them to like be united, and all of these creepypastas could be found in one location. Fanworks and spin-offs came about with different authors borrowing characters from other creepypastas in order to use them in their own stories. This was prominent with characters like Jeff the Killer, the Rake, but most especially Slenderman.
Yeah.
These forums actually created a whole family of Slenders. So Slenderman apparently has 3 brothers. There's Splenderman. Okay. So Splenderman is the happier of them. He's
the one that chills with me most of the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like balloons and he's dressed, he looks just like
But is
Slenderman.
it still like horror? Because isn't
Yes.
it supposed to be...
Yes, but there's so my son told me there's like this whole place where all of the creepypastas live. So there's a story.
Like Imagination
It's like,
Land?
yeah.
Yes, but they all live there. And so, there's like a house and it's just like fucking Imagination Land.
Oh my God, remember that one show that was on Cartoon Network? It was like,
Drawn together.
no, the Home for Imaginary...
Oh yeah, Foster's Home.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
that show.
Yep. Splenderman's a happy guy.
Okay.
Trenderman is the trendy man, and he does clothes alterations.
Okay.
He makes sure that your shit fits. Yeah, I know. And Offender Man is just as you.
Offender?
Yes. So his real name on the thing. So I shortened it to Offender Man, but it's actually Sexual Offender Man is his name.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Little kids are like looking this shit.
They
up,
are,
and they're
'cause
like, oh my
Bodhi-
God.
Yeah.
He knew all about it.
He knew
Bradley.
all about it. He's the
Oh,
one that told me
no.
about it. He's like, you should look up his brothers. I was like, okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Slenderman also has a daughter named Slenderina. Yes. And she has a child that's simply just called the child.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really look into that because I was like, okay.
Yeah.
No. But so there's like a whole.
So there's a lot of them.
Yes.
And this is all just
This is
from stories on Creepypasta.
Yeah.
That people have made up?
Yep.
Okay. And it's not from that original creator. He didn't make up.
Nope.
Okay.
He only came up with the original Slenderman.
Slenderman.
He was a G for doing that,
Yeah.
but I don't know about all these add-ons.
Yeah, no.
No.
The sequel's never better.
No.
No.
It's where it lost me.
That's where it lost me.
So,
Sex Offender Man is the fucking one where I'm like, what?
yeah. What a
Yeah.
douche.
What?
What a douche.
Look into him.
Don't.
No, the one who created him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, for real. You're not lying.
No.
You're right on that. Tea break. So Trask tonight, she made this chili coochie board.
She made the chili coochie board, bitches.
She made it for the pod, just for us.
I made it just
Hand
for
me
us.
some of that cheese.
Jesus. You just want the cup or what?
Sometimes you just need to have a private
cup of
coochie board.
cheese.
Oh, no, I was talking about a coochie board, but hey.
Because she knows.
Sometimes you just got to have a private coochie board with your pals.
A private chili coochie board.
Yep.
It's real good.
Chili, but make it coochie.
For real.
That's it. So according to a Time magazine article, the genre's audience for creepypasta peaked in 2010 when the New York Times covered the creepypasta trend. Creepypastas also gained mainstream attention after the Slenderman stabbing in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we all know.
Well, if you're from Wisconsin, then you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Slenderman stabbing. Born in 2002, Peyton Leutner was raised in Wisconsin and had a pretty normal early life. When she entered the 4th grade, she befriended Morgan Geyser, a shy but funny girl who was often sitting alone by herself. Though Peyton and Morgan got along well at first, their friendship changed by the time the girls reached the 6th grade. At that time, Morgan befriended another classmate named Anissa Weir. Peyton was never fond of Anissa and even described her as cruel at times. The situation only got worse when both Anissa and Morgan became fixated on Slenderman. Peyton really wasn't interested in the viral story at all. I thought it was odd and it kind of frightened me, she said. But I went along with it. I was supportive because I thought that's what she liked. Because, that's what a good,
Yeah,
good
that's what your friends do.
Yep.
You're a kid.
Peyton eventually learned to tolerate Anissa whenever she was around because she didn't want her friendship with Morgan to sour. Peyton could never imagine that this would be a huge mistake and a nearly fatal one. Unknown to Peyton, Morgan and Anissa had been planning her murder for months.
Fucking bitches.
Mm-hmm.
In an attempt to impress Slenderman, Morgan and Anissa believed that if they killed Peyton, they could impress the legendary creature and live with him in the woods.
That's fucked up, dude.
Morgan and Anissa had planned to stab Peyton on May 30th of 2014. That day, the trio was celebrating Morgan's 12th birthday. With a seemingly innocent slumber party. These girls were fucking 12.
They were 12 and there was some mental health issues, obviously.
I still remember when this happened.
Yeah, I do too.
It was like...
It was insane.
Well, yeah.
Crazy.
And I felt so bad, even for the girls that did this, because...
I feel like at that point, it was just like, wow, there's a really bad mental health crisis in America.
Also, it's like a testament to what it's like to be a parent in this era of the internet.
Yes.
Because you don't fully know what's going on. And even if you put all the parameters on everything and you do all the...
Parental controls.
Yeah, there you go.
But, I mean, this is in 2014, too, though. This is 10 years ago. So in terms of technology, like, it wasn't there at this time.
Yeah, and the parents are like, we think we've done it all.
Yeah.
We think we're being protective. And then they're able to look up, because
Yeah.
Creepypasta, I've been on it once.
Yeah, and if you go there, like, there's a lot of fucked up shit on there.
Yeah, and that's where they accessed
Yep.
Slenderman at.
Yep.
And it's not even just that. There's
But
fucked
it
up
is-
shit on... You go on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
You go on... You go on Google.
Yeah, and it was after
Like-
this happened, like, it was a whole thing for a long time. Don't let your kids on the internet. Don't let them go on wherever.
Yeah.
It was a whole
It's-
thing.
But, I mean, even we have kids. Remember how obsessed they were with Slenderman? My kids liked Slenderman a lot.
That's who... Listen, my
Yeah.
my child helped me write this fucking shit.
Yeah.
So it's like... But
Right.
you gotta have that extra screw loose to plan a murder.
Precisely.
about it.
So the girls had enjoyed multiple sleepovers in the past, and Morgan had usually wanted to stay up all night. But this time she wanted to go to bed early, which Peyton found really weird. Morgan and Anissa were planning to kill Peyton in her sleep, but they ultimately agreed that they were too tired after roller skating earlier in the day.
Wow.
By the next morning, well, it really goes back to they're 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you really like it's like
I just really don't want... I just want to go to bed.
I'm just sitting on
Let's do it tomorrow.
I'm so tired. By the next morning, they had hatched a new plan. Morgan and Anissa decided to lure Peyton into a nearby park. There, in the park bathroom, Anissa attempted to knock Peyton out by pushing her into a concrete wall. But it didn't work. Even though Peyton was obviously upset about Anissa's behavior, she was convinced by the two girls to follow them into a remote part of the woods for a game of hide and seek. She's 12, remember. Once there, Peyton covered herself in sticks and leaves as her hiding place at Anissa's urging. Then, Morgan suddenly stabbed Peyton 19 times with a kitchen knife, viciously slicing through her arms, legs, and torso.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The girls then left Peyton for dead as they walked off to find Slenderman. They would soon be picked up by police, and they would later learn that their sick and twisted mission had failed. So despite Peyton's grisly injury, she somehow mustered up the strength to pull herself up and flag down help from a cyclist, who immediately called the police. Peyton explained, "I got up, grabbed a couple of trees for support, I think, and then just walked until I hit a patch of grass where I could lay down." After Peyton had woken up in the hospital after a 6-long-hour surgery, her attackers had already been caught, which brought her immense relief, as I can imagine.
Yeah. Jesus.
Badass girl.
After years of healing, Peyton decided to tell her own story to ABC News in 2019. She expressed gratitude for her traumatic experience. She said that it inspired her to pursue a career in medicine. "Without the whole situation, I wouldn't be who I am," is her quote. As of 2022, Peyton was in college, and by all accounts, she was doing very well.
Good for her.
Good.
Yes.
You go, girl.
Yes.
Up until her public interview, most of the media coverage of the case had been focused on Morgan and Anissa,
Yeah.
who were both charged with attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Morgan pleaded guilty, but she was found not guilty by reason of mental disease. She was diagnosed with early-onset childhood schizophrenia. She was sentenced to 40 years in Winnebago Mental Health Institute near Oshkosh, Wisconsin, where she remains today. Anissa also pleaded guilty, but to a lesser charge of being a party to attempted second-degree intentional homicide. And she was also found not guilty by reason of mental disease and sentenced to a mental health institute. And hers was a shared delusional disorder, and it's a rare disorder characterized by sharing a delusion among 2 or more people in a close relationship.
It's just like a perfect storm of 2 sick girls coming together.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then the Slenderman story, and then it just...
And then there was a Slenderman.
And then it went into a tornado. And then it went all over the place.
Anissa was actually released on good behavior in 2021. Yeah.
That wasn't that long.
No. Meaning that she had only served just a few years of her sentence. She was then required to move in with her father. Peyton's family expressed disappointment at Anissa's early release, obviously.
Yeah.
But they're relieved that she is required to receive psychiatric treatment, agree to GPS monitoring, and to avoid contact with Peyton until at least 2039, which fuck that.
Yeah,
for
forever.
life.
Entire
For life.
life.
Yeah. Unless Peyton's like, I want to talk to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Peyton has spoken optimistically about her bright future and her deep desire to put everything behind her and live my life normally. Fortunately, it seems she's doing just that.
Yeah.
Good.
And I'm not saying these girls didn't have issues, because obviously they had a lot. They were only 12 at the time, but I personally don't think that if you do something like that and to that fucking magnitude, that you're going to be a functioning member of society ever. These girls thought this out, and it was planned and it was executed at fucking 12 years old. And I seriously hope that they did and still are receiving care, because just because Peyton didn't die doesn't mean that her ordeal was like...
They stabbed her 19 times.
Right. They wanted to fucking kill her. I understand that they were only 12, and I understand that there's mental disease, but no. I don't necessarily know if, especially because Anissa's out.
Okay, so there's a really good documentary on Slenderman, and it's on HBO. It's an
I've
HBO
watched
documentary.
that one with you, and it's...
And they actually
interview.
interview the 2 girls, the
Yeah.
murderers, at length, and you get to see their whole intake interviews, like when they're being interviewed by the police.
It's concerning.
It is, but it's eye-opening,
It
too.
is.
So when you hear the story, you think, these 2 fucking 12-year-olds murdered their friend. What a bitch. Or tried to murder their friend. What a bitch. You know, whatever.
Right.
But then this documentary really makes you see, like, so Morgan is the more sick of the 2. She really believed all of this.
All the Slenderman.
Yeah, this
business.
wasn't a game to her. This was completely real. And imagine being in that childhood world.
Right.
And I feel for her a lot.
Right.
Anissa, though, watch the documentary. You'll see she's a little more with it. She's more concerning to me, and she's the one that's out.
Right.
Yeah.
She's the one that, when
Kinda
they interview
seems
her,
like
she knows what's going on.
She knows.
Well,
she
right.
knew it wasn't okay.
Well,
That's the impression I got from it.
Right.
And again, they're only 12 years old.
Well, that's just the thing, too, though, is that, like, I understand that they are only 12. But if you're going to be so, in such a imagination land at that fucking, age where you're right on the cusp, right? Because you're not quite a teenager. You're not quite a kid anymore. You're in this, like, weird abyss. And I understand, but it's like, right from wrong at that point. And if you're so whatever that you're going to go carry out this whole fucking murder, then I just don't really think that you'll ever be a functioning member of society, like free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Like living on your own.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree with that. I just feel like for Morgan's case, I don't think she knew right from wrong.
Yeah, but I think
right.
Anisha did know.
I think
she's the one that's out.
Right
but from wrong.
Morgan also had schizophrenia, which is...
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
Morgan, her judgment was clearly...
No, yeah, like, I don't think Morgan should be out either.
No, but that's why I added this in here. This, hold on, let me find it. Shared delusional disorder. Come on. Like,
yeah. Anise is, like, the one that I am, like...
Yeah.
Why the hell?
Everyone who's listening, if you really go
you
watch
need
that
to go
documentary,
watch the documentary.
You'll be
watch
like, okay, it kind of puts a whole different perspective on everything.
Yes.
And the fact that they're children, and yet that really comes through
and
in
the
documentary.
And it makes it really sad.
It does.
And it makes you have conversations with your children.
Yeah, and just kind of know what's going on. And it's not that their parents didn't. I feel like
it was just the time. Like, I just feel like it was just
that's why I said that along, at the beginning of this, like, to be a parent, be a child nowadays, because we were raised in the fucking 90s. It was the greatest time ever. It was the greatest time to be alive.
Fuck yeah.
And be a child.
It's so easy to be consumed by the internet.
Yeah, the next generation. We had internet, but not like you guys have it. And it's like free reign. And
I was
to
lucky.
be a parent of that, we don't know what's going on because we weren't even raised with that.
For real.
So our kids are able to fucking basically fool us all the time.
All the fucking time.
And I'm like, this is bullshit. Someone do something.
Somebody do something.
Somebody do something. My kid's lying to me and I have no idea.
I was lucky enough to grow up poor, so we didn't have internet right off the bat.
She was lucky enough to do that.
I feel lucky about that because
we had internet, just not when you were real small.
I didn't have like a fucking iPhone and shit when I was 5 years old.
No, you weren't gonna get that either. But like you had internet from 7 years old on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like TV and like
but we weren't getting you a phone. We could have got you a phone, but you didn't get one until you were like 10.
I didn't have like a phone with like internet on it, like to watch videos and stuff until I was 13.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how
I think
that's
how old I was. Kind of young still.
Yeah, I would agree.
But we didn't have internet on our phone. That's how old I was when I got a cell phone, and our cell phones were strictly for calls and text. Like that was it.
I was 17 years old and I had a blue glitter Nokia, bitches, and it didn't fucking work ever.
Mine was orange and it had tie-dye keys, and my phone was the shit.
Yours was, and I still remember yours.
My phone
didn't it have duct tape on it at one point?
At one point, yeah, because it broke. But that's a whole nother story for another day. And the ringtone went do 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 do. Yep, I remember that bitch. So I have a real life Slenderman tale. It's nothing too crazy, but let's fucking hear about it.
Yeah, I hear.
So this is from a Redditor, and they write, I had just gotten home from school. It was almost 5 p.m. and I was alone. I usually let my dogs out of their crates, let them go to the backyard and do their business, and then let them back in. There's a small wasp nest on the front porch of my house. When I decided to spray it with Raid, and I immediately ran back into the safety of my living room. I absolutely cannot stand having to walk out of my house in fear of getting stung every morning. After school, I usually go to my garage where my drink fridge is. It's full of Pepsi, Gatorade, water bottles, Red Bull, and Delicious, which I would never say this word in real life.
She hates that word, and I say it all the time to her on purpose.
Delicious Arizona fruit juice cocktails. Pretty much every unhealthy drink you can think of.
Wow, they're rich.
Yeah. I walked into the gasoline-like smell of the room. It was pretty hot here in Texas, so the heat didn't help cover up the stink. I had reached into the fridge and gotten out an Arizona watermelon cocktail, closed the fridge door, and made my way back to the door. Then I heard it, a growling noise. It was right behind me. I almost pissed myself when I turned around.
Fuck no.
Oh, hell no.
Run.
Tall, long arms, featureless. Its arms literally touched the floor, even though the figure was standing upright.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. So it's in the garage?
Yep, in like a dark corner when they turn around.
And it's growling, dude.
Yeah, and it's...
How does he growl with no face?
I don't fucking know. Ask Slenderman.
I ain't talking to his ass.
I don't want to talk to him either, but I don't...
I ain't talking to his ass.
I ain't trying to fucking... Nope, I ain't trying to be all that.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure most of you know what Slenderman looks like, so I don't think I need to go on. The only thing the two didn't share was the suit. It was like I was looking at a naked mannequin with abnormally long arms. Its hands were black with an inky shine to them. I was frozen with fear. I let out a shriek like one you would hear from a big sister from BioShock 2. Never seen it. Never seen it.
Is it a game?
Could be.
Sounds like a video game.
Probably. And ran near the fridge. And that was the last I saw it. I burst out of the garage and ran into my room. I stayed there until somebody got home. I went back into the garage a few days later and went to the fridge. Sure enough, there were 2 handprints, black ones.
Oh.
So, it was there.
Fuck.
Because there was evidence.
No. This is really disturbing. First of all, he doesn't have a suit on, though. And he doesn't have...
he's a naked
he's
Slenderman.
Naked.
And his hands are inky.
And that's not a thing, right? You didn't
Nope.
come across anything
Never.
like that
Nope.
in
So
research.
maybe he was getting into some oil or something in the garage. I don't know.
Oh my god.
But there was evidence that he was there.
Because there was
Weird.
handprints. Ew.
Ew.
Don't go into your garage ever.
Fuck you,
Ever.
Slenderman. Leave
Stay
me alone.
the fuck out of there. Or if you do, take a bottle of perfume or take that Raid with you and
Take
spray
the
them in the
Raid.
fucking eyeballs.
Oh, Kaylee went for the Raid, not the bottle of perfume.
Take
Well,
the raid.
I was really impressed by that.
I know,
Actually.
you're
She's
welcome.
stepping up in the world.
I'm growing up.
Good job.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking the steps to be a bigger person.
Oh god. What the fuck?
Oh, no.
Okay, this is creeping me. Dude, I can't.
I don't fuck with Slenderman, and I wish he would.
I mean, I wish he wouldn't. Stay away.
That's kind of where I'm at.
I don't give a hell.
Please don't. Thank
No.
you.
No.
Try glitching at me, bitch. We gonna be glitching back at each other. You want to see glitching?
You glitchy bitch.
Well, I mean, I was going to ask how everyone was feeling, but I think Kaylee's...
She's a little
telling
hyper
me
about
right
it. I
now.
know
I'm
it's
pissed.
scary.
I'm sick of this bitch. Like,
Oh my god,
I'm
it's not.
sick of this. I don't care. I'm literally sick of this person. I don't. At first, I'm like, okay, but no. If you want to be doing all this game shit, I don't care. I'm gonna be doing it back.
What?
All of his little.
She's going to stalk him.
Yeah,
She's gonna glitch in
He
and
wants to
out.
be glitching. He wants to be making you go crazy.
Okay, but
bitch,
this
I'm
guy's
crazy.
account doesn't have him glitching, though. It has him growling, though, and that's something we haven't heard. And it has him naked,
Yep.
which is fucking also weird. And it has him inky. I don't think that is Slenderman.
It might not be.
None of those characteristics. The only thing, maybe, did he say he was large or whatever?
Yeah, he's
that he
tall
was
and
Tall
lengthy.
and lengthy.
That's the only description that fits the Slenderman, but the rest of it, the growling, the note, he doesn't even have clothes on.
His naked.
Thanks, but Slenderman likes to dress very proper.
Yeah. He wears a suit.
So everybody
And a
knows.
Well, actually,
This is a different entity.
Technically,
I'm calling that right now.
that
And she's got her arms
Slenderman-
crossed and everything.
Okay, technically no. That Slenderman was created by, what was his name?
Victor Surge, Eric Knudsen.
Victor Surge Eric Newson.
Just say Victor Surge.
Victor Surge. The Slenderman that we all know, who wears the tie and the suit, was created
True.
by Victor.
True.
The Slenderman from all
True.
of the other things that we know about from
Romanian mythology.
Yes.
But they don't have a naked, lengthy man.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not
they don't
true.
say naked, but I mean, he's all black. So you know them suits, them fucking what are those suits called? The
Like a bodysuit?
yeah, but the ones that cover your whole head, like that you get at Halloween time. You remember?
Oh, yeah, the
and you can buy them in
campy
like
one.
any color. What are those called?
I don't know. What
But
They're just
that's-
bodysuits.
But that's Slenderman basically, but like as tall as a fucking tree and black.
Okay. But he doesn't leave black prints.
No, he doesn't. So he was definitely up to something.
And there's nothing ever, even that I've ever heard of, where he even makes one noise at all. He doesn't speak, right?
Not to my knowledge, but
Not
I
to-
didn't really. I
He
mean, nothing
could.
ever says anything
Ew,
about
I'm
it.
getting creepy vibes to you guys. We
He
need
could.
to...
We don't know.
Ew, sick.
Ew, sick.
Ew.
We can't. Ew, don't do it.
Don't.
Ew, stop.
Ew.
I'm pissed off.
Well, what the fuck are you pissed about?
I don't know, but I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off
job, Trask.
that Slenderman is out here growling at people now. Now, first of all, he's
It's not Slenderman.
taking little
I'm going to
kids.
say
walking around.
around. This story isn't Slenderman.
It could very well not be Slenderman.
This is probably in California, and it's probably a homeless guy that fucking rolled
No,
in
it's
the
probably
fucking
in
La Brea
fucking
tar pits
Florida.
and then busted into this dude's
Don't be fucking
garage.
with La Brea. All
Listen,
right.
those are the shit. I saw him in person, the La Brea tar pits. They're fucking dope. This homeless guy rolled in the La Brea tar pits, and then he broke into this dude's garage, and he sat in the corner and growled, and he scared the fuck out of his kid.
And he was probably like snorting some fucking crystal.
All
or
the cocaine.
All the cocaine.
All the cocaine.
All the cocaine.
Oh, man.
Cocaine.
So it wasn't Well, that's just what I think. But
Make your own.
I don't give a hell.
I mean, that doesn't mean Slenderman's not real. I totally am like, is he? If it is, I think it's an alien.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree
same.
with that.
I don't think it's of this world.
No, obviously.
No,
Yeah.
because I think it is
The
like a
glitching
glitching
is-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's got to be an
somewhat
alien. And if it's interfering with technology, it's an alien.
It's like, yeah, for sure. That's what I think.
Do you guys believe that like Slenderman willed his way into existence, or is it people's imaginations running wild, or has he been around all along?
I think Slenderman has been around all along, just like most things in history. I think, however, he has been morphed into something different throughout time.
I think Slenderman is just a product of folklore, and he was brought into existence by
Victor Surge.
But what Victor Surge did, he just took a bunch of folklore that he knew of, like we all do when we're telling scary stories to our kids around a campfire or something. We just take what we know, and then he turned it into something creepy, and then people ran with it, as we always do, as humans do. That's what I think. I'm not really thinking it's real, but
Me too.
yeah.
So what about those crazy girls from Wisconsin? Do you feel like justice was served?
No,
Well,
not for Anise.
Anissa, yeah.
Anissa.
She was released quite early,
And it's not good.
but Peyton's doing great.
Yeah, and that's...
I'm happy
you know.
for Peyton.
Yeah, me too.
And, I mean, I feel like for... How long is Morgan? Again?
40 years, they said.
I feel like
That's probably just.
That's
Right.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
Anissa is, no, I don't.
Well, the fact that Morgan is still like institutionalized means that she is still continuing to receive round-the-clock
Yes.
psychiatric care, which
And-
is important.
Which, whatever kind of care that is beside the point, I guess. But
yeah. But, I mean...
But Anissa, you know, just because, I mean, how many times do you get to violate fucking probation or, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and maybe she has never violated probation. Maybe she's
not.
doing great and deserves to be out, but it's just really kind of
Concerning.
disheartening
yeah.
that but she didn't do the stabbing, right? Morgan
No.
did it.
Yeah, correct.
So,
But she originally tried to knock Peyton out in the bathroom.
yeah.
And like take her down or whatever.
I just wonder, like, how, you ever in a situation when you're young and you're friends and they're all talking about stupid shit that you shouldn't be talking about, and then someone does something that gets you closer to whatever it is that you're talking about, and then you kind of think, because initially you're like, this isn't real.
Right.
They're not going to do that.
And then they do.
And believe me, I've seen some things
Me too.
Yeah.
that I'm
same.
like, what the fuck actually happened? It just gets out of control, so quickly.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
but, like, I feel like it's not...
And again, we
Peyton-
didn't have the fucking technology that
Right,
kids
right.
do these
But
days.
Peyton has been... You talked about how Peyton has said Anissa was cruel for a long time.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that just happened. Like, she was just that way for a while. So,
Well, was she cruel or was she a bitch?
Both, probably.
Because
I would
has
assume
anyone
she was
else
a
met a
fucking
girl, a 12-year-old girl before? Because
Yeah, actually, I fucking have. She'll
Yeah.
be 12 on fucking Tuesday,
it's a nightmare.
and I'm not fucking happy about
It's
it.
a fucking nightmare. Girls at that age
And then
are
my other one might as well
insane.
be fucking 12 because
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking...
It's
Never
not
mind.
a fun time when they're that age. And
No.
for someone to be
I
like,
hide
she
on my
was
porch.
cruel, bitch, she was probably just a bitch. Didn't like you.
Fair.
it's true.
I mean, I don't know.
I hide on my porch most days because I have
That's
teenage...
probably a
I
good
have-
move.
I have pre-teenage daughters.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Let's wrap it up.
I want to thank you all for joining us today. As always, follow along with us on Facebook and Instagram to get updates about anything fun that we might have going on. Do you love spooky season as much as we do?
Do ya? Do
ya?
ya? Do ya?
Do ya?
Huh? Do ya?
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Yeah. What's
We
your
wanna-
favorite scary movie?
We want to know and we want to hear about it. So go on over to our website at thepoisonteaparty.com or contact us at thepoisonteaparty@gmail.com. While you're there, let us know how we're doing. We love feedback and would really like to know if you have any stories or you have any suggestions on anything you want to hear in the future. Don't be shy,
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy around here.
bitches. Anyways, so the Patreon page, where
Yes.
can we find that?
Patreon.com/thepoisonteaparty is where you go to become a member. And we are going to be introducing some things in the future that will only be available on Patreon. So if
you have to be a member with us to...
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So go on over there, and there's several tiers to choose from, and you just pick one and support the show.
Support our
little tiny gig we got going over here. It's super fun.
One of us.
One of us.
We didn't do it. We always do it.
We always do it.
All right. Until next time, my friends, my name is Tracy, and I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but you've been poisoned. You've been